Watch the Dow Jones and the dollar yen this Friday on the non-farm payrolls. We have some really good setups in both of these assets, and the non-farm payrolls will indicate if we should be bullish or bearish. So let me give you the backdrop. So the ADP figures were just out. They were quite poor. In fact, they came in around 36,000 instead of 111,000 anticipated. So really poor numbers. It's the second month we have weak figures, and this reading is the second weakest reading since 2022 or so, when we saw a decline in the ADP of 301,000 jobs or so. What's also interesting is that last week we had the initial jobless came in and much higher than expected at 240,000. And this was the third highest reading of this year. And on Monday as well, we had the ISM figures that came in below last month's number and lower than expected. Now, we still have some data coming out. We have the ISM services figures coming out this afternoon that could potentially shift the mood a little bit. But the way I'm looking at it is that with this data now weak, say we would have a stronger than expected non-farm payrolls, okay? Because people would now be lowering the bar. They would think, oh, the non-farm payrolls is also going to come out weak. But say, for example, that the data comes out stronger than expected, then that could very well be the thing that would trigger this pattern to the upside. Not only do you have a mini pattern here, you have a mini rectangle almost, you have that big pattern here, which is just a massive move and a new all-time high here in the Dow Jones. Elsewhere, for example, if you would look at something like the dollar yen, if the reading would come in poor, so much worse than anticipated, then we would trigger this head and shoulders with a head, left, and a right shoulder with a break here, realistically pushing you to the 2025 low and then even lower. So it's quite straightforward. Strong NFP, most likely a bullish Dow, whereas a weak reading would sink the dollar yen. What's your take? Share your comments below.